Ladies and gentlemen, today we're diving into the icon that helped define American muscle, the 1969 Ford Torino. Imagine it's 1969. The summer of love has passed, the first man has walked on the moon, and the American muscle car wars are in full swing. Cars weren't just transportation, they were statements on wheels. Enter the Ford Torino, and not just any Torino, but the one that came roaring off the assembly line with a 428 Cobra Jet engine. Let's talk about that engine. The 428 Cobra Jet was the sort of engine you could hear before you saw it. A roaring V8 that made 335 horsepower. On paper. In reality, it was closer to 410 due to some creative rating. This engine was paired with a functional ram air induction system, sucking in cool air to feed the beast under the hood. All this power meant it could hit that quarter mile in just over 14 seconds, fast enough to make the tires squeal and your heart pound. But let's not get too ahead. The Torino wasn't perfect. While it's thrilling to punch the pedal and rock it forward, controlling all that raw energy wasn't always easy. The drum brakes, common in the era, left much to be desired when it came to stopping something this heavy and powerful. And speaking of heft, this car wasn't light. Once you pushed it to its limits, handling became a bit of a wrestling match, especially on winding roads. Now onto its cultural significance. The Torino was a working man's muscle car. It wasn't priced like exotic European cars or even its GM counterparts, which made it more accessible to the average American. Despite that accessibility, it had a strong presence in NASCAR, with the Cobra Torino making wins and cementing its reputation on and off the track. One fascinating tidbit: despite its muscle car image, the Torino also had a softer side. The GT model wasn't just about brute strength. It offered some comforts too, like bucket seats and unique trim options that made it more of a stylish cruiser than just a drag strip hero. But let's talk quirks. Ever heard of the shaker hood scoop? It's a fun feature, but also a bit of a gimmick. It's functional, yes, but it also had a certain showmanship to it, vibrating and drawing eyes at every stoplight. And then there's the matter of fuel consumption. In an age of rising gas prices, having a car that drank voraciously wasn't exactly economical. But hey, if you're in it for the experience, who's counting gallons? The 1969 Torino also holds a special place in TV and film. Before the world fell in love with the Grand Torino from the Clint Eastwood movie, the original Torino had its own screen time in numerous shows, reinforcing its place in pop culture. So is the 1969 Ford Torino the perfect car? Hardly. But does it earn a place in automotive history? Absolutely. It stands as a testament to a time of unfiltered automotive expression, when raw power and bold designs ruled the roads. And for that, the Torino doesn't just deserve respect, it demands it. If you enjoyed this blast from the past or have your own Torino tales to share, leave a comment below. Until next time, keep your engines roaring and your wheels turning.